Hi everyone, I'm Tanaaz from foreverconscious.com and this is your weekly energy forecast for the week of March 23rd. So this week we have that Aries solar eclipse. It's happening on the 29th. Let's break it down. In order to understand this eclipse, we have to go back into the past a little bit. This is the last eclipse in a cycle we have been working with since April of 2023. What was happening for you in April 2023? What have you been moving through, working with? What themes have come up for you? Because that's the eclipse cycle. It started then and is now coming to a close this week on the 29th, the last eclipse in this Aries Libra cycle. If you can't remember what was happening back in April of 2023, let's at least cast our minds back to October of 2024. So in October last year, what was going on for you? Were there some themes happening, some events happening in your life around this time? That was the last eclipse that we had in this Aries Libra cycle. That was a Libra eclipse, and now we have the Aries eclipse, and then no more. We're done. So kind of some of the themes that we have been working with Aries Libra energy. Aries is the first sign of the zodiac. Libra is exactly halfway through our zodiac, and Aries is all about the self. And Libra is all about the other, the mirror, the reflection that we get back on the world, and how the world reflects back and how we take that in. It rules over that very sort of sensitive dynamic of self and other and how the two interrelate. So under this Aries Libra eclipse cycle, maybe relationship issues have come up, maybe issues around your identity, issues around who you choose to surround yourself with, how the world mirrors things back at you, how you perceive and take things in. All of those could have been themes. Aries is very centered around our ego identity. And I don't mean that in a negative way. I just mean around our physical body, who we are, what we do, how we move through the world. Libra is more connected to our relationships and how we interrelate with others. So maybe there's been a little push-pull, a little something coming up for you under this eclipse cycle that has been guiding you to really maybe find yourself, and then have your relationships be a reflection of that. Maybe you've had a period of, being single, or, really having to find yourself again. Or maybe you've been in a relationship where you feel like new parts of your personality have come out. Maybe you've been dealing with difficult relationship dynamics in some area of your life, but now you're able to look back and see how they are helping you step into a fullness, into a new power. Of course, there are many ways this energy can manifest, and you'll know best, but we're thinking about how the last, year and a half, well, 2 years really, since April of 2023, how we have grown and evolved and shifted, and how these eclipses may have been influencing us. So this is on April 29th, 2025. This is the last eclipse in that cycle, and it is our graduation point. We've made it. We're done. We've finished. A cycle is closing, and I really feel like we get to experience the rewards and the gifts of wrapping up and completing that cycle. So this really is, I think, a beautiful eclipse. And I think there's a lot of power and a lot of potential to manifest under this eclipse, to set some intentions. The Aries new moon is already like the most powerful eclipse for the most powerful new moon for manifestation work. And we have the added bonus of having an eclipse layered on top of that. So it supercharges the new moon energy. A solar eclipse is a new moon eclipse. And so I really think there's a wonderful opportunity here for us to set some intentions, to think about what we want to call in, how we want the rest of the year to go, to think about, what we want to create and plant in our lives, and also to celebrate the journey that we have traveled. So I do think that this is a very positive, or I'm not even going to say positive, just a nice energy to work with. Now, it's still an eclipse. Eclipses can be potent, they can be strong, they can stir a lot of emotions. Falling in the fiery sign of Aries, we may feel a little fire, a little heat from people around us, or maybe even just within us. We may feel some of that intensity. So we're still moving through this transformative, healing eclipse work that does require some deeper energies at times. But ultimately, I do think that this is a powerful eclipse for celebrating, for graduating, and for planting seeds for what we would like to create as we move forward through this year and into this new eclipse cycle that will now take full hold, which is the Virgo Pisces eclipse cycle, which we won't have to work with again until later in the year, but that's the new cycle we're working with. So that's your energy for the week. A powerful eclipse that represents a graduation point, but also a time where we can plant some seeds for new beginnings, for new inspiration. I'm now going to shuffle and pull a card to just kind of guide us through the week. We'll see where we end up, where we land with this. Let's take a look. These cards are my deck, the Cosmic Astrology Oracle. Hopefully I will have more of those back in stock, probably now looking around May. So hopefully if you'd like to get your hands on a deck around May, hopefully I'll have some more back in stock. All right, so I'm just shuffling, setting the intention for a card that's going to guide us through this sort of last week-ish of March and this beautiful Aries eclipse. We still have Venus and Mercury in retrograde, moving through that eclipse portal. It's been an intense time. This eclipse could bring some nice fresh energy for us. Let's see what the cards have to say. Let's do this one. Ooh, Galactic Center. And the little writing there on this card says supercharged. I like this card. This is awesome. It's card 50 if you have this deck at home and want to work with it throughout the week. All right, it's the last card in the deck too, by the way. All right, the center of our Milky Way galaxy is believed to sit at 27 degrees of Sagittarius. This highly charged point in our cosmic sky is also home to a supermassive black hole that contains the mass of about 4 million suns. So hard to wrap our heads around what that is, right? And we call it in astrology this point at 27 degrees Sagittarius, the galactic center. Because of its power, this black hole is believed to radiate at many frequency levels, some that are familiar to us and some that are out of this world. Drawing this card indicates your energy needs some supercharging. I also think it means that this eclipse is going to be a real supercharging point for all of us, and I like that. It feels like an energy upgrade happening under this eclipse. Perhaps you've been feeling lethargic, overwhelmed, or anxious. Yeah, with all the eclipse energy, maybe we have. Perhaps recent events are making you feel like you've fallen down a black hole. This card is your sign to regain your power. And I also think it's our sign that the supercharging energies of this eclipse is going to, maybe we'll feel a little zapped at first, but there's a chance to rebirth, to supercharge. Sometimes, just like a black hole, life is a mystery and we don't have all the answers, but we can bring ourselves back to the present and work with what's in front of us. Ask yourself how you can make the most of where you currently stand. What is in your power right now? Sometimes solutions are born when we recognize that we are most powerful right where we have landed. Soak that in for a second. You are most powerful right where you have landed. How does that resonate? How does that sit with you? This card asks you to honor the dark and light that comes from the human experience and to use your powers to supercharge where you stand. So, additional meanings of this card to kind of help summarize: you are right where you need to be. Make the most of where you are. Supercharge your energy field. Charge, rebalance your chakras. Be okay with not knowing and work with what you have. So, this card touches on the mysteries of our universe, this black hole with this massive energy that is so hard to even fathom or to think about what that is. But at the same time, it's also like this incredible untapped potential. And I do think that that is a perfect way to summarize this eclipse energy and this eclipse season that we have been moving through. There's been so much stuff that's come up for us, so much uncertainty, transformation, transition. But where we stand right now is where we can be at our most powerful. And I really hope that this eclipse and this card is a positive omen that this eclipse, or maybe just following this eclipse, this solar eclipse, we can feel recharged. We can feel supercharged where we're at and harness some of this incredible energy that is coming our way. So this is a week to supercharge ourselves. So what might that look like for you? Maybe it is about balancing your energy centers, your chakras. Maybe it is about resting. Maybe it's about recognizing the power of where you stand right now, and reclaiming that back. So I hope you found that helpful. That's a powerful card to work with. I really love it. I hope that resonated with you in some way. And I'll see you all next week. I'm Tanaaz from foreverconscious.com. Thank you so much.